Welcome, all you lovers of drag. It's time yet again for another thrilling, exciting installment of, you guessed it, Gagging for More. Coming at you live every Saturday night, 4 p.m. Pacific time, that's 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Get Real Global TV and Get Real Global Radio KGRL. You can also watch us live on our YouTube channel, Get Real Global TV. And we're also Get Real Global TV on Twitch and TikTok. And then you can check out our Linktree page to see all of our social media and website links. Just type in at Jennifer DeVoe Muse. And you can check out our radio station, Get Real Global Radio KGRL on Spreaker. And we're also syndicated on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Music, TuneIn, SiriusXM, Pandora, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, plus pretty much everywhere else you can watch or listen to podcasts. And we're distributed by those nutty, insane people at Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, and The Orchard by Sony. And our great friends at 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse. And we want to say hello to everyone watching or listening to this broadcast around the world. We're going to bring on none other than the amazing, incomparable... We're gonna wait for it. It is the lesbian for all occasions.
Oh.
Tashida Saunders, aka
what's up, D?
All of a sudden,
Hey, there he is.
aka Silent Giggles in the house. Our resident lesbian has arrived.
Silent Giggles speaking.
Right? And for all you illiterate retards out there that don't know what a lesbian is, that's a black lesbian.
Nice.
You wish I could pass this through the fucking computer now, don't you, bitch? Woo, pass it. And any of you who've ever watched our podcast will know that that was JJ, aka The Muse.
The Muse.
Just in case you didn't know, this is a fully adult program where we may smoke weed, we may swear, and do other fucking things. I mean, we've drank on the show. We've drank with someone on the show. We've done all kinds of crazy shit on our shows over the years. But we want to bring on our incredible guest, our featured guest for the night. I'm very excited about this one, and we're going to tell you why. It's a chicken. It's a plane. It's Desiree Dik.
All up, uglies. Hi.
From the Boulet Brothers Dragula, season 666.
All up, uglies. How are you, my love?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, traveling the world, throwing tickets at everyone I see. How are you guys?
I love it. So you just said you just came back from Montreal?
Yeah, so I just was in Montreal, and then now I'm in Boston, and I'll go back to DC. You gotta be working, gotta pay the bills, even you're enjoying the summertime.
You're booked and blessed?
Booked and blessed. Thank you, Boulets.
I am totally loving that shirt.
Thank you so much. You gotta draw the little penises and put it in. Not a lot of people like to print things, so you gotta draw them on, put the prints on.
It's perfect for the name Desiree Dik.
But I gotta show them dicks. I got, where are the dicks?
Yeah, because gray matter might get upset because you didn't bring the dicks.
Yeah, because of him. To be honest, I came back home and I have a bunch of dick dresses now. So I said, You ain't gonna get me next time.
I thought that was so funny when he said that. I was like, what the fuck did he just say? I'm just not seeing enough dick yet.
I was like, bitch, we're competing. What are you talking about?
We're like, I'm not showing enough dick. Maybe you're not showing enough dicks, Gray.
Right? See? All the brains.
I know he's been doing some touring with Auntie and you, right? You guys did
now
a
he's
tour
also with
recently.
Aurora, but I had him here in DC for a couple 3 days. Talked about it. Went to Richmond, and he's really sweet. I got this. He has like this little what's it called, a little sleepy radio thing. It goes. Bzzz. So I got to experience that. So he's really fun to like talk in the car. He has really interesting type of music. So when we were painting, he was putting some EDM. He was like, "This is my sex playlist." I was like, "Jesus Christ!" But he's a little pinky motherfucker. So he's for a shy mustache.
Went on some mustache rides. He seems like he'd be a really nice dude.
Yeah, it's very lovable. A lot of the, I noticed a lot of people who get cast there have like a really like charm and lovable. The Boulets really like look for that too.
Yeah.
Bring the audience in and watch the show. So, but the top three have a lot extra charm, especially Asia. That bitch, I love her.
Oh, I know. She's badass.
Yeah, we got to bond on the first episode because when they got the wig snatched, we had like later on they were a little sad. Sometimes you can't really understand when they were like we're related or like close together now. When she was giving a hug. But it was because she like cried when I was like my wig, and I was like, you know what? I'm not that bitch, but I was like, oh my god. I also like knew Asian could say because I'm one of the Dragula fans. I'd be snooping, So
yes.
I got to be friends with them and bond because of the wig accident. So thank you, clown, for taking the wig.
That was so awesome. Like she's coming down that hallway, and you guys didn't know that because like you can't see. She's coming down that hallway, and they rip her wig off, and she gets down there, and you guys are all clowning on her because bitch, where's your wig?
See,
and Jack.
Yeah, because a little tea, I guess. But the Boulets, a lot of the things I've said the Boulets, but we were in tents outside in the hot sun. So we were put like in these vans. We saw like shadow figures. They had like towels and shit. I saw someone who was Severity at the time, but I thought it was Hollow Eve because I could see like the bald headed.
Got you.
I was like, oh my god, Hollow Eve was here. I don't know, twisted turns, you never know. So I remember being in the bus and they were like, eyes, and we were outside in the hot tents, and then we went into the hallway, and they had all the crazy surprises. It was intense. It was really fun.
It's so crazy when you guys are coming in. Yeah, it looked crazy. Also, they're all like, what was it? They had you guys go through. They had you guys go through that maze or whatever, and whoever found the scroll would get immunity for that first episode.
Yeah, it was really hard to. I didn't realize they were gonna put us in a circus like that, and I have here real glass. I cut myself. Yes. I was like, also making sure I'm not like cutting people in the back. People be like, why are you holding your headpiece? Also, it was for safety, but it was also the sweat, bitch. They put us in a hot theater, into the haunted hot house. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like when they were doing I don't know, you'd have to watch it, T. They had this thing where it's like this box and it rotates around, and they're like in this box, falling back, falling against walls, flipping and flipping and flipping, and you're like, holy shit! I can see why you would be worried that you might cut someone with your headpiece like that.
Yeah, like other fun T, it was like we were asked. We were like, I was like, is this promo or walking in? Because some season had walk-in costumes. They were like, yes. And I was like, what does that mean? Am I supposed to wear? But that's not helpful. So I just wore the promo, and I didn't realize, I was gonna be a fucking weapon walking around. You know, but it came close so I could protect myself against Majesty, you know. Ciao.
Right. I was talking to Auntie about her little daughter there, Scylla, and I said, every one of you was right to read that bitch for filth for that goddamn breastplate showing. I'm sorry. No,
Yes, that was the first thing we all noticed too when we walked in. You know, because we film a lot, so we kind of read her at the beginning, but didn't show it because we had to build up the storyline, you know. But yeah, I mean, I thought a jacket could have helped, you know, a ruffled something, but you know, we also all learned. We all think what we're putting on is good until we watch it again. You know what I'm saying?
come
I
on
learned
now.
that
This is
lesson.
season 666, bitch. You should already know.
But the Boulets would be twisting everything, girl. Like I said, the promo. I'd be like, you know, promo or this or like what we doing this, like and that, and like even another T. We only knew the "I Love Hollywood" song coming up, so we
Oh,
didn't know
okay.
if it was gonna be for Frank Hooker or Killer's
Oh,
Dog.
okay.
So you know, there's the Boulets keep you on your toes. You know.
Huh. Interesting.
So I loved when you guys did the Holiday of Horrors challenge, and you did the. I liked how you did a different take. You did a holiday nobody else did. You
Yes,
came
that's what I
in,
wanted to go for.
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
You know, I
and you
wanted to
brought a
go for
whole
that. I
level
did
of
the only
filth to
one,
that.
and I had a Christmas one as an elf. But then
Mm,
I thought
okay.
Christmas is too like I guess it's too hard to think outside the box. But I thought Thanksgiving was something like no one would notice,
Mhm.
um and like we'll kind of be have like that dirty history of America because
Mhm.
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We
Okay,
just celebrate Christmas, you know, and we have chicken and
gotcha.
Christmas. We have turkeys in Peru, bitch. Like so, you know, for me, and also, you know, fun tip, we went. I did go look for a chicken, for a turkey. There was no turkey anywhere in California. So,
That's what Jaharia told us. Jaharia told me the tea a few weeks back. She was like, "Yeah, that bitch. We drove all over the place looking for a goddamn turkey. Couldn't find one."
she got lucky. She found her cake too, though. You know, that we were hunting for the foods. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and
Yeah.
I did it. You know, I think I should have done more of a monstrous look. I guess now that I look back to it, instead of a human, more of a killer turkey eating a pilgrim or something. You know.
That would have been badass.
See, you know, sometimes you just have to rewatch and be like, you know, but I'm a filth monster, so when I perform,
Yeah.
you get things dirty. Like another fun fact, I'm over here spilling it, but Auntie, you know, when she threw up over her costume, she had to throw it
Mhm.
away, so she didn't even send it back. You know what I'm saying? So like for me,
Oh.
I at least packed my salmonella costume and I washed it 3 weeks after I got out of my depression, and it smelled great. So I still have it. It's like over there protected. So I didn't want to get something too expensive dirty if it's a filth challenge for me. But you know, TV
Mm.
wise, gotta go big, like they said.
You definitely brought a level of filth back to the show that we really hadn't seen in a while.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I
It was
wanted to see
amazing.
that. Like I said, I watch Dragula like a fucking Bible bitch. Like I'm be painting, I watch it in the background. I know the words. So like for
You and
me, I was like,
Gray.
this is what I want to see in a filth challenge. So, but
You and
I'm not a
Gray.
woman.
You and
I
Gray.
can't decide.
Dude, you and Gray. You had the big old penis. He had a carrot penis. I was like, holy shit. He's jerking off with eggs. You're fucking jerking off with shit with gravy or something. I don't know what that was, but I was like, holy shit. These guys are going hardcore. I love it. I love it.
And you know, like a really good fan of Dragula, like just living it and seeing all the costumes. I'm over here like really was like I'm watching a live episode of Dragula. It was so crazy to like come back home and like know everything, you know, and see everyone and meet everyone. It was just like a really cool experience to just like film that whole thing, like seeing Gray and people getting. Oh my God, the stage was a mess. The reason also why I slipped is because of Asia. I blame Asia because Asia did the little trick thing and I was like almost last behind her. And then they were like, "Oh,
Right.
we're not gonna film no more." You know, I was like, "But I need my shot." So I went in like getting my shot. Bitch, I fell. I was like, "Fucking Asia," you know. Yeah. But you know, it happens.
It was badass. I just know it was hardcore, and it was like that's definitely what the fans want.
And I think I did a good job. I can't complain. The only thing I would do is just like show my beautiful face more because the horror is not my makeup, as you can tell. But also show my performance skills because everything else, I think I did a pretty good job. I met my idols, Jennifer Tilly. I created drama. We had fun. You know, there was for me for 3 episodes. I did a good job.
Dude, you did a lot in 3 episodes. Number 1, Chicken Gate. Chicken Gate will go down in history as like fucking. I mean, come on, it's fucking badass. Number 1, number 2, your filth level is fucking amazing. Number 3, you're a badass bitch because you jumped out of a fucking airplane.
Oh yes, I love that. That was beautiful.
I was like, fuck yes, that's what you do. You jump out of a fucking airplane. That was badass. It really was. I was like, you and Yuri. Oh.
And you know, me and Yuri, I love Yuri. You know,
yeah.
I know the
Seems like a
episode,
sweetheart.
but we got to know each other very well. She was really sweet, and like, you know, when it came to that episode, before even going into the culture, we looked at each other. We were crying. You know, fun fact, we were crying. That's why I was like, I don't know why we go to boogers, but you know, it's like hard because you know, the more you go together, the more you get to know each other. And we looked at each other, and I was like, "Girl, you know, I'm sorry, but it's gonna go down because, like, you know, it's me or you." And sometimes, you know, the drag race girls are more like, you know. So for me, I was like, I really have to fight for my life. So, and I did.
That was crazy.
But I love Yuri. She's amazing.
I love her too. It's just, I don't know. It was really a toss up. It was like, who's coming back? Who's coming back? Who's coming back? And I was like thinking you were coming back because like of the filth level and just like everything you put out there. I was like,
and you know, I knew like in the other episodes I would have better looks, and I was more proud of that too. So I knew it was like coming, and I was gonna
I put up those
do a
looks.
good job. So
I put up those looks today.
Oh yeah,
the ones you would have worn had you continued on for the other episodes. I put those out there too.
And with my package, I like to show different type of makeup. You know, I know like everyone has their one brand, but for me, I like to also show like you can be change it up and like learn different things. You know, and kind of just like show the illusion of drag. And I think you can see that in my package a little bit. You know.
Yeah. It's about versatility.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of these shows are looking for too, is like that you can kind of, we're willing to adapt and change and maybe try something outside of your comfort zone and do something new. You know what I mean?
And I learned a little bit. Now I know the Dragula experience and a little bit of like drag. Now I can go back and be like, listen, I could do this. The makeup stuff is like this. I can do this instead. Because like originally I didn't think of going too big. Also, first of all, I used to be a preschool teacher, so that's the budget I got, and that's what I could afford is fabric and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got a haunted house. I don't got no like the whole, you know. So like I was trying to do my best, and so I went on a teacher budget, and I think I did a good job for representing.
You did a great job. You did a great job for that.
Yeah, because I feel like Drag Race now with all the designers, people now think like they gotta like take loans, they gotta do all this stuff, but you know, you don't want to lose the craftiness of Dragulated. That's why I think Angel is such a good winner to show like you can be fun, crazy, but also crafty, and I think that was a good winner to like show like, you know, throwing it back.
Dude, her Mother's Day. Oh my God, the Mother's Day outfit.
And
for her holiday of
her mother's
horrors.
amazing too. I've talked to their mother, Layla. Shout out to Layla.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my dog is named after her too, apparently. So.
I love
met my dog. She's like, oh my gosh, that's the name of my mother.
I love it.
But Asia is amazing. I let her borrow my Dragula baby in the floor show. If you see it there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great cast. I think everyone did such a good job. I know I was the drama, but there has to be someone who has to fight. Everyone was too nice, you know. So we
Dude,
had
that
to
was
start talking
badass.
with Majesty somehow.
Yes, yes.
That
I was like,
was
I was like, oh, she going after Majesty.
but like me and Majesty know each other. We met at DragCon. So like,
Okay.
it's there's nothing crazy, but like when as soon as I saw her, everyone's like, everyone. It's in the, I guess, and not in the edit, but like some people are like, oh my god, you belong here, and I was like, is no one gonna like? Okay, I guess I'll be the one. Whatever.
Bitch, weren't you already on season 2? Weren't you
Yeah,
top 3 on season 2? Didn't you already have your time? Don't you
yeah.
belong on Titan
Fresh
season
me is fresh
2?
me.
You're more like a Titan season 2, bitch.
Yeah, so you have the conflict. Someone has to say
Yeah.
something, so it can't be Kumbaya Dragula, bitch.
I loved it. When you were trying to say Vivi's name and she was like getting all irritated, like not Vivi, of course.
I listen. I'm Latina. I'm bad with my B's. I try to practice. So it was like BB LaForce, BB. I'm really bad. Even with Scylla, I called her Skillet because I thought her name was Skillet in the beginning. I just had bad ears, bitch. I used to be an emo kid.
I love it. Scylla.
And
I was
speaking of
like,
Scylla, I love
me.
her. I love
Yeah.
Scylla too. She is, if you didn't notice, like the little doll look that she had. Fun fact: I had this big,
Mhm.
like painted of blood, and so we were just bonding by, I let her borrow some because she ran her blood on that
Mhm.
episode, and then in the bottle with me. It's so crazy.
Oh,
So it was the day we were getting to bond with each other. I had to send her home. It's crazy.
I love everybody was giving her shit about the human centipede look.
And it's true though that it was kind of bad, and the Boulets did say bring big crazy,
Yeah.
so you gotta try. That's what about the animatronic, the Peruvian doll. The Pilgrim was small because of the filth challenge, but you had. I heard bring big. I was like, God damn. Also, you know how hard it is to pack all these big ass costumes. The Boulets, come on. How much
Yeah.
to pack animatronic and spirit? That's gonna charge me an extra $100.
Oh, damn. That would be a lot.
Yeah.
Having to haul those bodies behind you.
Yeah, but all the looks this season were amazing. I was happy to be part of this cast.
And we're good looks.
Yeah. And there was like some little drama too with Vivi in the first episode, but they cut it out
Mhm.
because like me and her went at it. Because she also said that me and her were gonna go. I was gonna go home first. I was like, okay, I got you. I got you. I'm coming for you too, bitch. So there was like little things dramas that never like build up to things, but I think it was Vivi, Majesty, and Gray and Scylla is what we had. I was
Yeah.
just fighting everyone, bitch.
I was like, poor Desiree. Everybody's picking on her.
And that's what I'm saying. The edit didn't show it, but people were mean to me. People were like, "Why?" That's why, like, I gave my whole speech of the, crafty or whatever during the needle challenge because, like, they all were like, "Well, we don't know who you are." I was like, "Well, for me, it's a cool." Okay, my animatronic is crafty. No one could have built something like that. That's showing me
That
my
was
skin.
badass.
I
Mhm.
showed my, horror makeup. It wasn't like drag makeup, but if I had that on and we were filming
Mhm.
for ages, I took that off, my makeup would have melted. So I was
Okay.
kind of like thinking on my feet, but also it's like the outside of drag, inside of drag, representing my favorite colors. Also, there was a little penis in there. There was a tube connected to my butthole. So there's little things in my costumes these people didn't notice. And the drill was great, you know what I'm saying? Like there's little things. I think it represented my drag very well.
T, have you seen Five Nights at Freddy's yet? It's a horror movie. Anyway, she had the animatronic like body, like the suit of like from Five Nights at Freddy's. That's badass.
And people said it had to be like furry and stuff, but it was like reimagined. So for me, I took it as you're reimagining an animatronic based on what you
Mhm.
want, your drag. And I was like, I picked blue and red,
Yeah.
my favorite colors, and I made that whole thing by myself. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I got no designer helps. It was all me. So I'm
Right.
proud of it. Even my promo look. real glass, made it all myself. So I had like little glass nipples, little of the dick.
So the red outfit that you wore when you came into the movie theater, that was made of glass?
Yeah, so it was made out of like originally it was a leotard. Then like when I found out I was casted, I made it into a gown, and then originally had like a crown piece. But they were like, "You're fighting for a crown, you can't wear a crown." So I was like, "Let's make a glass mohawk." You know what I'm saying? So I made the glass mohawk, and I made the shoulder piece a little bigger because it was flat. So like I kind of learned a little bit to make it more TV wise, and I had that or a dig dress, and I had a dig wig, but they were like, this might go on E-Entertainment. We can't compete on E-Entertainment. So, I had some options. But I think the glass mohawk was pretty cool. I haven't seen someone wear that. So
I haven't either. It looked pretty badass.
I loved it. It was cool. I'm really happy with everything. And then the Peruvian doll outfit. I do wish I was able to perform better because I am a good performer. I would say Melissa Spears skilled, but with raggedy wigs. And that's why I was very, very sad, that I wasn't able to show more. But also, I did a lot in my performance. I had a big knife. I swallowed it. I had cocaine. I did my little like walking so you can see my dress like float. Jennifer Tilly said that it didn't make the cut, but she was like, I loved it when you did your little dog walk and the whole gown just like moved. So, things happen. I feel like I should have not been in the bottom. If you listen, your heart got lucky because if I had just a short skirt, I'd be flipping and kicking too, bitch.
I'm telling you. Wait, was that the episode that Stella went home?
Yes, that was episode 2. Jennifer Tilly hugged me. There was actually sad part 2. Oh, a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, she's crying because of the critiques." Actually, no. My dream was, I've always told them, I was like, my dream is to meet Jennifer Tilly. My dream is to meet Jennifer Tilly. Like one day. And so literally, another fun fact. I got to meet Don Mancini before we did the judges. I went to the bathroom. I had to pee. And I came out and they were bringing him in one of those carts, those golf carts. And I literally froze. And he got up, and there was like the stoop. I tripped over the stoop because I was so in shock that they brought Dom. It was like they were bringing Dom and City in front of me.
Yes.
And I tripped, and he was like, "Oh my god, you okay?" He like got me up, and it was like, "Hi." I was like, "Oh my god, you're Dom and City. I'm Desiree Dik." He was like, I was like freaking out. He was like, "Oh, can you take me where the stage is?" And I was like, "Yes." I got excited for a bit, so.
Creator of Child's Play. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm excited to know you, blah blah blah. I get to know you, and this and that, and so and then the bitches put me in the bottom. But
But you got a hug from Jennifer Tilly, and the rest of them didn't. Remember that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like that scene where Jennifer Tilly said Jennifer Tilly, or Tiffany Valentine said Jennifer Tilly in Cedar Chucky. That was badass. I was literally just like, oh my god, and I was crying because I was like, and happy with her, just seeing her up there, and she was so close. But I know it kind of looked like I was crying because of criticism, but I was just so in love with her. I was crying, and then she came, and then she crawled out of this judges panel and like crawled on top, and I was like, oh my god, are you really hugging me? So crazy. And it lasted longer than they showed a little bit. Because she was like, I love your content. She was like playing with my fingers, and we talked, and she's like, oh my god. And I was like, I'm a big fan. So there was like a longer time that they showed, but everything can't make it inside.
That's amazing though.
Until I got nothing, so
That sucks.
Well, at least you didn't have to go home.
Yeah, that culture was crazy intense. They did kind of edit, like it just started out of nowhere. There was a build up, but like I said, editing and stuff. But yeah, it was it was a good culture in that they rewarded us with the third drink. So that's what you did a good job. Nice. Everyone was clapping. He was like, "You guys get a third drink." We were like, "What? Is that what happened?"
We get more serve vodka. Serve vodka. Here, serve.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So was cool. It was sad that she had to go home, but it was crazy to just see the Boulets come and direct us to like the needles. But they did come, and they're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, and they were gonna hang us like puppets and stuff. That's why we were gonna have like the strings here. But I don't know if you can hear in the podcast, but like they said something like something didn't get approved because we were gonna do it, but I guess I don't know. Decisions get made, so they went with the other stuff. That's why we got pierced in the neck after the knees. So I think the knee one was more painful than what do you think? Would you do the neck or the knee?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like the upper arm where they were doing it
right here.
that other time, but the neck, oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, it was crazy to just experience all those new. I still have them, but I don't know if you can tell because of the makeup. But I wanted to get a little tattoo, so like it was like a bite like a vampire.
T, since you haven't seen it, what they do is they take these long surgical needles, like they tattoo needles or piercing needles, like big gauge ones, and they increase the size of the gauge of the needle, and they literally put it through your skin.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you can see all the fat there. It was crazy. I could feel like the heavy metal hanging on the neck. It was crazy. And then I have a picture, but I can't show it or whatever. But after getting covered in bandages and stuff, and like afterwards I had to go shower, and there was like blood dripping down, and like my knee kind of hurt a little bit because it had a cure because of the muscle in there. So people be like, why is she so cranky? Oh yeah, bitch, I got hit needles and they're healing. So and the next day we had to film.
Oh god. Especially the ones in the legs. Oh god, right in the knee area.
Right. And a performance challenge too. They were like, "We're gonna fuck up."
That's crazy.
But you get intense, and that's why my speech happens. I know I seen it be in the cringe pages or whatever, but just things happen. People say things, and they got what they put what they got. Because I said a bunch of stuff. There was like things about my life, about my sister, and why I was afraid of needles, and also the funniness. So I think it was a good edit. They gave me the funny edit. I think I liked it. The goofy crazy bitch. Maybe next time I can show them that I can be nice.
I love it. Would you rather do the needle challenge or swim with sharks?
The what?
Would you rather swim with sharks or do the needle challenge?
Oh, the needles. Shark just seems like baby stuff. Listen. Aurora swim in a puddle while the fish is like, what? The thing is, no. What the danger was is that the sharks had to swim with Aurora and Severity. That was the extermination for the sharks. Okay, they were like, we have to get near drag performers that look like that.
Poor Severity Stone. I think needed to amp up that personality.
Yeah, I know. I love her. I think she was a little scared, and out of like her zone. A lot of people have different things that they go in. When they go in, they don't know what they're doing, or like for me, I think a lot of the stress and a lot of things that happen in the acts and things and stuff. That's where my frustration came. Maybe she got a little in her head. Stella was also probably like talked too much or gave too much. Ego. Everyone has their own like thing that kind of takes them out the competition.
I still think it was awesome how you came for Scylla about that damn breastplate. I'm sorry, that was just horrible. That was just horrible.
Now I haven't. I watched the trailer, and I'm mostly in the trailer with the iconic lines. I didn't realize I would be, and that all came out of nowhere too. What did I say? You coming here looking like a asshole that no one wants in the thrift shop. I don't know how that came out of it just came out, and I think what I was trying to say, like, your drag looks like a thrift shop. You've been acting like an asshole, and everyone here don't want it. But it's just like my mind is like, that is a crazy line.
She's lucky she found that fucking scroll in the goddamn the maze, because I swear to God, She would have been bottom too. I'm just saying.
You know, I think I would agree different. You know, even that I think Jahara could have been at the bottom. Maybe like Scylla, maybe Severi, Aurora, not me. Episode 3 also could have been Majesty, Aurora, not me. Yuri, you know.
Yes.
I think they could have kept me until like, you know, Day by Daylight or something. Whatever. At least make it.
Yeah.
I just want to have the full experience and then send me home, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I think you should have definitely lasted
Violet
longer.
and Trixie, you know.
Which challenge do you think you would have crushed had you stayed longer?
You know, if I knew better at the performance, I would want to redo the doll performance thing when I go back to Dragula. But I think I would have saved my ass by if they put me in the musical in the bottom and I knew that Dolly song. First of all, I used to be a Dolly fan since like in high school.
Love
So
that
I know the
song.
music. Fun fact, everyone didn't know that was a Dolly song, but because we get a little hodgepodge with music, and we had like the Boulet songs. We had I Love Hollywood. We had Some Really Good Puss. But it wasn't used. And then we had this one song. Fuck, what am I talking about? I forgot the question.
The Dolly song.
Oh yeah, the Dolly song. And no one knew because we had to play it. And then they was like, "Oh, this is a new Boulet song." I was like, "No, bitch, this is Dolly." And
No,
I knew the
Dolly.
lyrics, so when they gave us the little papers, I was helping Auntie solve the because there were some words missing. So we were like, "Girl, this is it." I knew it, so I knew that was gonna be my redemption if they put me at the bottom. I think I would have done a good job in monochrome. I love a monochrome look. And that was only me and my friend. So like, you know, it was all crafty, just Joanne's fabric and fucking zip ties, you know. So like I thought it was good. I know Graham would have been better, but at least I would have caught up to, you know, being in the top. I don't think I would have won the challenge, bitch. It would have been too rough. This was a hard cast.
It was a difficult cast. I'll give you that.
But I think
Some of them,
if I got a performance challenge again, I would fuck it up and show it. I would split my pussy in the Grand Dragula stage.
I was told by Auntie that you're a fierce performer.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
you're like,
I gag dildos and do flips and kicks, and I do my little pug split where I do a cartwheel to a split, and like I like coochie over the stage. You know, I can do back bends. You know, I do a lot, so that's why I was like, bitch, so down.
Wish we could have seen that shit. I mean, we saw some of it, but
yeah, and that's why I think the Boulets were a little disappointed. They were like, bitch, we wanted to see you pop your pussy, and I went a different route by accident. But next time bring me back on a regular season Boulets, Resurrection, Titans, milk the shit out of the dick. Yeah. Give me all the opportunities.
I could totally see you in Resurrection. I could totally see you fuck up like a Resurrection season 2 or something.
That would be fun. I think they could play along. I had this idea called Dragula Blood Pits. Fight to be resurrected or some shit. I have a lot of crazy ideas. Asia was always like, you could just be writing for the Boulets. I'd be like, listen, like a random extermination wheel, fight for blood points,
Oh, that'd be badass.
And the blood points have like magics and curses, so you gotta like kind of like Mario Party, bitch.
I love it.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you should be. They should have you as a writer, so you write for the different episodes, like challenges and shit.
I think so. They could. If I met an exorcister, maybe they'll bring me back. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw some volleyball chickens or something.
Maybe you'll be in Titan season 2 with Abora again. I'm just kidding.
The Boulets have plans. Maybe one day they'll realize they want the dick, and I'll be back.
Speaking of Abora, she's on the show next week.
Oh, I love that crazy bitch. She gave me scabies.
I love it.
Yeah, I was hanging out with her. It was drag cut or something, and then she was like, gave me a hug, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got scabies," and then I was like, "You fucking bitch." She needs to take a shower. Oh, I got all stories. Astrid clogged my toilet when I booked her, and everything went everywhere. More like ass turd.
Astrid. Astrid Aurelia, I love it.
I worked with a lot of the Dragula girls, so it was like cool to just be in the experience. You know, I got to achieve something I wanted to go with. A lot of people didn't. A lot of the people in DC wanted to go for Drag Race. After seeing Bob, the drag queen, win, I kind of wanted to do Drag Race, but then Dragula showed up in 2017 on YouTube, and I was like, this is what I want instead, you know, because a lot of people be like, oh, you probably auditioned for Drag Race, and then you, instead of getting that on, you got on Dragula. No, Dragula was always I had viewing parties. I was the first one to do viewing parties. The Boulets used to send the season 2 episodes to my bar manager so we can play them at 9 o'clock. And this is back in the day. They also used to send merchandise to the bars. So I had shirts and stickers and stuff that I could give away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really cute.
That is so badass.
Yeah. And I got to meet the Boulets in Texas in the Austin Drag Festival the first time. Really fun. Yeah.
You should totally do like Dragula World too.
I was in Dragula World, so I didn't make it there.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. All our lives are connected. So, like, I was at Dragula World where Ostrid won. And
Yeah, right.
And we had a whole line, and so I made it to, like, the top 15. And also, Vivi was there, which I didn't even know. Asia was there, too, I think.
Holy shit.
That's what I remember. And they, like, selected the top 8 or something. So I didn't make it past to the stage round. But we were all there, like, wanting to be part of Dragula. So it's kind of cool that we were all kind of connected.
It's badass. I liked how they called you guys I love how they called you guys their wild cards.
Basically, the rejects that we didn't want in other seasons. They were like, we thought about it. No. And you could tell why.
Maybe too controversial for other seasons or with some of the other queens maybe or the other artists. I think you guys were perfect together though.
Thank you. I got really close to season 4. And that was my audition tape that I was like, you know, because season 4 and 5 I got closer. So
okay.
You know, they had plans for me, but you know, I think 666 is a really great number. To even like, you know, because like even Drag Race on season 6 was Bianca, the crazy shit there.
That was the season That was the season I was introduced to Drag Race. My daughter and I, we discovered it by accident, flipping through the channel, and we just happened to land on the logo channel. And that was in 2014.
Like it's on Amazon Prime or it was on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with Boulet. I didn't start watching Dragula until I want to say maybe 2 years or so ago. I discovered it.
And how about you?
But then it was already on season 4.
When they start? Last week?
She hasn't even watched it yet. I keep telling this bitch, go watch goddamn Dragula, man.
But at least they get to see, we're spoiling, but at least they get to meet the people first and then watch the show, you know?
Yeah.
Because I do love the fans, but as a fan who became a Dragula girl, some of the fans can be a little crazy, you know? Like, I love Chicken Gate. The Boulets say that I wasn't as crazy about it. I was. I just think it's the feedback, you know? You know,
this is when we talked to I talked to Auntie last week and we talked to Jaharia. Remember I kept mentioning Chicken Gate.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perpetrator of Chicken Gate.
Okay.
Yeah, the one with Yuri, you know, nerd. And you know, it was crazy. And you know, I know it was a lot. And afterwards I thought about like my actions and everything, but also watching
it was badass.
They edited it very crazy and fun, but you know, there was it was a good tension, you know. It's just kind of like what do we do here? Like I understand that there was a situation where Yuri opened up. I'm not a good person with feelings, you know. I don't really I cry. I can't, you know, they got it right. I can't read a room, you know. I also like to be the comedic one, and for me, I thought in the cauldron you're just fighting people, you know. So I got the wrong message. And also with like Asia, you know, I think when I took it when she was like, you know, your art is also valuable. For me when I said I'm also here, I was kind of like I didn't want to take away from me also saying like I also tried because I was raised in an abusive home. I also had thoughts, you know, I was bullied
Yeah.
at school, like, but I didn't think it was for me to say that and take away
Okay.
from that either. So I think I just went on
Yeah.
the weird route option where I was like, hey, I'm also here. My art is also valuable. I just didn't know how to like cop from that, and I didn't know TV. I didn't know how to, you know, this is just me. This is how I talk. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
and it is how I talk, but I also should apologize because you know it happened and it wasn't like in any what's it called malicious way. It was just how
Mhm.
do I also you know intervene or not intervene but like merge myself because like how can I fight for my life? What should I say? And for me, it just came out as like I'm just being silly and stupid, and you know I got into a bigger fight and. You know, sometimes when life pisses you off, you gotta throw a chicken. You know, your boss pissing you off, you know, you got heartbroken, your car gets stolen, you know, you just now gotta throw a damn chicken, you know, and when things get intense, sometimes you gotta let it out.
It will always be one of the most memorable moments to ever be on Dragula.
And you know,
So,
me and Auntie talked about it too. She would be like, "Listen, it's because you know." I was like, "Oh my god, what did I just do?" She was like, "You know, it's great. You know, you're fine." It's kind of like when Nene leaks, you know, spits and stuff, and the Bad Girls Club and things like, and the fights, and it's iconic TV. And also, to be honest, I showed my passion. I wanted to be on Dragula so badly. I wanted
mhm.
to, you know, go further. That I will throw. I know it's not the right option, but I threw a chicken because I was that passionate to stay.
And that's punk rock as fuck.
Thank, thank you so
I'm
much. I
for
appreciate
it.
it.
I love punk rock music. I love like that hardcore artistry. I'm a badass. Like, put some needles through me. I'll jump out of a fucking airplane. I don't fucking care. I'll throw a chicken across the room.
You know, and then if I came back, I would have sent BB home in the bottom and the lipstick. I would have get electrocuted, bitch. If I had to be in the bottom every single time and send someone home, fine. But at least I got to show my drag, my looks,
Right.
you know. But yeah, you know, like that's the situation. It happened, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm happy with what happened. Like, and that's why also why Auntie could shush me in that cauldron. I know people are like, ooh. I'm like, she gained my respect for a lot of reasons
Mhm.
because she knows how to like stand up for others. You know, she didn't know who I was, and she was someone who was willing to like, you know, put herself out there and like
Mhm.
talk to her. Talking to her is just like a blessing. After the show too, I had like hard time, so I would call her, and she would like put me down from the pedestal, and like they didn't make it in the edit. I don't know if the Boulets will hate me, but I did say that Auntie was the heart of Dragula, and that's something
Mhm.
I would always say about her because there's not a monster out there that will put other people like from my experience who will put other people first or stand up for other people or say something. I know that me and Ati got the bad rep, but you know, we the evil crazy people be the one with the biggest heart, you know. And she
I
was
think
great.
you're both
That's why I
amazing.
respect her.
You being on stage and that tender moment with Jennifer Tilly showed me all I needed to know about you.
Oh,
That
thank you.
you're down, you're a sweetheart. And Auntie was amazing the whole time. We had her on the show last week, and she's such a sweetheart. Just one of the nicest people ever. So if people feel some kind of way, that's their problem, not yours.
And you know, and they don't know all the story. They don't know nothing. You don't know us personally.
Exactly.
And we got, and you know, and that's why she got to shush me because I was like, I respect you so much. You can do this. Because if any other bitch went like this, I'd be like, who the fuck, you know? But Auntie knew better, and I liked her. So it was me, Yukari, and Gray got to know each other very well.
That's good. Yeah,
I'm
I
only
loved
still
it.
using yeah, but you know, But it was really cute to just like experience. It is kind of like summer camp. It was really fun to just like disappear, get to know these people, know what happens, know the boulets, know the whole production, how like just to experience it off, where the set is really cool. I hope they can to expand the world so that it's more of a natural setting, because I know they talk about how it's just the table section, but if they could expand it, ooh, because okay, this is another fun fact, because when Yuri gets eliminated with that little mirror when she was like, ooh, wrong show.
Oh yeah,
That's where we get ready.
that was funny.
That's where we get ready more. So like we have the filming set, but we have a bunch of other stuff where we have to go back and finish our makeup as well too, and costumes.
Okay.
Where you saw Yuri's thing, that's where all our stuff is, our makeup, everything that we're crafting. So little fun facts. They showed you the production stuff. You just have to pay attention. Once you're there, you're like, I was like, oh, so.
I loved it. I thought it was cute how she made that little reference to the other show.
Yeah.
And how she was like, you're like, oh, look, they're going to let her go without murdering her.
Oh, I know, they got me. I was like, oh, bitch, you're not getting her. She's getting the extra, treatment.
And the plane. That was the fucking best. I just love how they make little jokes here and there, and you know what I mean. It's creative humor.
Yeah. And and that's the thing. Sometimes we can't mention Drag Race. So like my comebacks for Yuri was like, go back to New Under was like, go back to Drag Race, but that don't make sense. You can't talk about another show. So some people are always like, why'd you say that? Well, I can't say Drag Race. So like, I don't know the TV rules,
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't
Well, we're
know.
not supposed to. Yeah, like I guess I could see like not disparaging the other show or whatever. I thought it was funny what Auntie said last week though. She said, "Oh, you mean RuPaul's Tags Race?" I was like, she did not.
She's so shady all the time. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I was just laughing. I was like, "Did I say that?" No, look, I love the other show too.
I love the other show too, I think, but like Dragula was a cool way for me to see other types of people in drag, because I know, like I said, Drag Race turned into a big factory of, oh, I love who invented and you paid $3,000 for, and Dragula is like, we're crafting things from, like I said, my animatronic. I watched a YouTube video from some Scottish German lady, and I just watched the video and we made it, and I crafted it, and that's how I learned, because I'm a visual learner. And then Gray over here comes here, unpack the whole Home Depot in his station. I'm over here like crafty, and this bitch be like literally play the Home Depot theme song, like dude, like he had so he's smart. He had like a shoe container, but he had like all the sprays and everything. Like I was like, he just like unboxed and just. I learned a lot from Jake too, so that's why I like the season. I'm like, you fucking bitch.
But he does that for a living. Do you know what I mean? Like he works in the world of haunts, like and so he learned all that same kind of stuff, like the animatronics and all the different stuff that you have to do for that world. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's clapped. I learned so much from all the top three. You can see why they're top three, because I'm like, damn, I learned so much from Auntie and Gray's craftsmanship and Aisha's charisma and kindness, and Auntie's like way to see positive in life. So all three of them have really good tenets of like Dragula, but also of like good people-hearted things, I think that's the people I got close to a lot too. I wish I got more close to Aurora and Pi, but they were busy doing their alliance shit.
Are you gonna be joining any of the upcoming tour? Any of the dates?
They're coming to DC. I haven't been asked yet. Boulets, people fans on Reddit, comment and complain. But it's all depends on what, like, I guess what they're doing or the timing or whatever they have. I know they're trying something different this year, so we'll see, because I know they have like one person representing each. What's it? What the fuck you call it?
Like area of the country. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I don't know if I might. I mean, to be honest though, I'm a troll. I'm gonna show up and drag anyways. I already have my VIP ticket. I have my regular ticket. I will pay for the meet and greet, bitch. I've gone to every meet and greet since I met them. So
Oh wow.
so I'm gonna take a picture no matter what. They can't get rid of Miss Dick.
Just show up with a cart with those 4-foot card tables. You just show up, slap that bitch down.
I wanted to give everyone outside the door squeaky chickens, so they can come to DC, and then when they're like done performing, the whole crowd just squeaks chickens. So the Boulet
that would be badass. As they're all yelling, "Chicken gate, chicken gate, chicken gate."
I'm excited for the future. I wonder what kind of drama they're gonna bring, because I don't know how they're gonna top the ghost train drama and chicken gate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that whole thing was crazy. I still couldn't believe that Majesty self-eliminated.
That was the gag too. I was like, bitch, really when I found out, I said, you could have done that episode 2 or episode 1 so that I could stay lost.
So you could stay.
Like, do the entrance and then walk out,
That was crazy. I was like, wait, what? We were all wondering, like, why in the fuck is Gray and Vivi back?
It's the mystery. We might find out later. I don't know. It's Majesty might come back in Titans and finally say why, But
sometimes
listen, I love Majesty. She's just annoying.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful artist.
I don't know what it is. It's just I love her, but the way she talks is just like I want to punch her in the face. I'm sorry.
I guess I'll have to ask Monique when she comes on the show in a few weeks.
See, if me and Monique had issues. But in general, I think Majesty and I talked afterwards, and we're all good. It's just television drama. Things get built up. She says and does some things, and sometimes you're just like, girl, just shut up already. That's why I think you don't see the extra footage. It was just that me going like, it's all about you, because she did make everything like what they say in television. Mm. You have to kind of talk about it all day for it to make it for 1 minute,
Oh yeah.
So I can see we had to deal with Majesty crying, and we were like, girl, this is we're trying over here to do our stuff,
I kept wondering, why are you trying to fabricate drama, bitch?
Yeah.
The whole thing was like, I heard that so-and-so was talking about you, Aurora, and that you said that you were coming here, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's edits and stuff where she said some, that's what I'm saying. She kept coming for me. She kept saying things, and we're like, girl, shut up.
She's trying to fabricate TV drama, didn't you know?
Yeah.
She's like Miss Isabel Brooks.
But she's trying to be all like, oh. So, it happened. So, I think we get misinterpreted with me and Auntie, but, we were just like, oh, shut up. Let's just move on. We have the new cast here, okay?
Love it. Yeah. Well, I want to thank Desiree Dik from Boulet Brothers Dragula, season 666, for being on our show tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to be here with us. We really appreciate you.
Oh, no, thank you for asking me. I was so excited when you messaged me. I was like, yay, oh my God, a podcast that's interested in Dragula. There's not a lot of podcasts out there. So I'm glad we can build the cult. And I hope
hell yes, I'm down.
And you stopped earlier, bitch. I'm a fan of Dragula, and I was watching your interviews with Deharia and Nazi and stuff. So you got a fan as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can you tell everybody where they can find you on social media?
Of course, you can find me at Desire Dik. That's DESIREEDIK 69. Desire Dik 69 on everything. Cash App, Venmo,
Hell yeah.
everything. Twitter. But you can also find me in Washington D.C. So if you're ever traveling in the D.C. area, come look me up. I host. I do a bunch of stuff. And don't forget to watch. It's in the contract, bitch. Don't forget to watch the Boulet Brothers Dragula season 666. Now on Charter, AMC Plus, and Amazon Prime. Ding.
Let's get sixing.
Did I do a good job, Boulet? Did I do a good job?
Yes, you did a wonderful job. And thank you so much to Silent Giggles for being with me for another week. And come on back next week and see Gagging for More as we bring in that weirdo, creepy little fucker, Abora.
Ooh, the mother of the Gibbs.
The ultimate creep is back. The person who's tattooed on more asses from Dragula contestants than anyone else.
5 stars.
I love it. All right. Good night to everybody. Good night, Desiree. Good night, Silent Giggles. Till next week.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, Fuggos.
Bye. Good night, Fuglies.